Welcome to your favourite day of the week, everyone, where it's our favourite time of year again. We're leading up until Christmas every single day. We're going for a strange, funny, and downright bizarre story which has happened in history. Yesterday we went through the pretender to the English throne, whose cat was apparently possessed by the devil, and today we're climbing through some poo. So let's see what's behind door number 20. The Siege of Chateau Gaillard. So it's said that some soldiers will crawl through literal hell in order to achieve victory. But what about actual shit? Well, this is exactly what happened at the Siege of Chateau Gaillard in 1204, as the French looked to capture one of the most impenetrable fortresses of the Middle Ages from the English. Chateau Gaillard, which literally means saucy castle, was an absolute medieval military engineering marvel. It was built atop limestone rock next to the River Seine and defended by steep cliffs on the sides, making it only accessible from one direction. It was constructed a few years prior to the siege by the famed English king Richard the Lionheart as he looked to secure English holdings in Normandy. The castle consisted of 3 baileys with many defensive towers as well as an inner keep, the final fallback point of the defending garrison you could only assault if you had taken the first 3 outer areas, which were then in turn defended by drawbridges and ditches, as Richard, who was quite the ladies' man, knew the importance of the old medieval saying that if you make ditches, you get bitches. Richard said he could defend Chateau Gaillard even if the walls were made of butter. However, he was now dead, so wouldn't be defending anything, and in summer 1203, King Philip II of France wanted Normandy back from the English, first securing access across the river before beating off an English force attempting to dislodge the attackers. As Philip bombarded the walls with trebuchets and tried to undermine the castle foundations with sappers, the defenders now realised they had a problem as they had taken in too many refugees from the town below when the French attacked, with it being quite a small castle for the 300 defending garrison, let alone 1,000 additional civilians or so. They were of course expelled, and while the first few were let through the French siege lines, they eventually said, "Nah mate, you're not coming through anymore," so they had to find shelter in the castle ditches, hoping not to be hit by a stray arrow or succumb to starvation. And the ones who did succumb to starvation were eaten by their fellow comrades. Philip did show mercy eventually and feed them, now stepping up for an all-out assault of the castle in February as siege ladders were set against the walls with fierce hand-to-hand fighting on top of the walls, as the French numbers eventually prevailed, with the defenders soon falling back to their next bailey. The cost of life to take the outer bailey was huge, and it would cost many more to take the rest of the castle. However, Philip didn't want to give up on a castle he had worked so hard for, as one soldier now spotted an alternative to an all-out assault. It was a latrine connected to the outer wall, with Philip's men scaling the walls, going through the latrines, hoping the defenders didn't have a spicy curry the night before. They broke in through a window, knocking on a locked door, hoping to be mistaken for defenders. However, the defenders set fire to the wooden structure where they were standing, with the poo climbers managing to escape the inferno, opening the gate to the bailey, letting the French army in. The defenders retreated further into the inner bailey, but the French managed to undermine the gate and collapse it with stone throwers as the defenders were now taken captive. The loss of Chateau Gaillard was catastrophic for the English and the unpopular King John, who had left France to England to raise a relief force for this siege, which never arrived, as Normandy, which had been held by the English since 1066, now fell into French hands. And I'm sure there's some beautiful motivational moral to this story, that if you climb through shit, you too can achieve your goals. So I've been Jamie's Day, your favourite day of the week, and this was the shit siege of Chateau Gaillard, where soldiers climb through shit to achieve victory. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I hope you've all enjoyed, and join us tomorrow, where we'll be going through Hannibal's Animals. Does that rhyme? I don't even know. Hannibal's Animals. It might rhyme. It sounds like it rhymes. It might not. But I'll see you all then. Peace.